You filming another episode of Vietnam War Vet this weekend? I mean,
I was actually I thought about signing up to be a
extra on MASH.
Tricky Amish.
Yeah, crisis actor.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I could do it pretty good.
Just
And
making the crisis.
yeah, kind of like Mayhem.
Yeah.
From Nationwide or whatever insurance place it is. It's just Crisis. It's his cousin, Crisis.
Crisis with a K.
Mayhem and his cousin.
We could probably, that could probably have wheels, actually. And we pitch it to him like, oh, just don't worry just about Mayhem. Crisis is coming too.
Yeah.
You need extra renter's insurance from Nationwide.
Yeah, Mayhem. He just tears up some little bitty stuff, the wall. And shit. Crisis. He blows the whole house down.
Yeah,
crap,
Yeah. Tornado comes through. That's crisis insurance.
That could be our tag team name, Crisis and Calamity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we just come through and we cause all kind of hell. We ain't even we ain't trying to win a match or nothing. We're just here to cause havoc.
Yeah, just cutting up the ropes, ripping up the mat. Like not even wrestling.
Hedge clipper, just snap one of the ropes.
Yeah, it's not even wrestling anymore. It's just messing stuff up.
Yeah. And, I mean, you would easily be the most hated because you would put a stop to the show. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if we cut a rope, it's going to take them 20 minutes to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
basically just like an intermission. We come out and then they know, they're like, okay, well, it's going to be about 30 minutes before the show's back on, so we can go get some popcorn,
make necessary repairs,
refill, use the bathroom.
we're like clowns, but without the paint and without like the squirting flour.
Mm-hmm. Why did you do it on your nipple?
That's where they had the flour.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was wondering.
We weren't sure what you're doing with your
Put
nipple.
it over there.
Oh, yeah, it's in a pocket. That's what it is. Yeah.
We knew you were lactose intolerant, so we didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah. Hell, now listen, that's not a joke.
I know.
Well, don't make it one then.
Yeah, milk is not settling well. Like when we were kids, we drank
7 gallons.
Yeah. And
Ton of milk.
Now, milk don't settle well. It's a known fact. I wrote it down somewhere in a book or something, like a library book I never took back. But if I can't eat cheese no more, I'm cashing out. I mean, intentionally.
I can still do cheese and stuff, but and a little bit of ice cream. But milk, if I drink milk,
oh yeah,
it don't like me no more.
What's wrong with y'all? I drink milk every day.
Well, one of these days.
What's wrong with you, Earl?
One of these days, the switch is gonna flip, and you go, ooh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna be.
One of these days. When's that day gonna be, Earl? What happens when you drink milk?
Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some kind of
I got half a gallon left up there. I better hurry up.
Yeah.
So when that switch, what happens when that switch turns? You say?
Then milk products, dairy products do not settle well in your digestive system.
What's it make you do, Earl?
Well,
we don't necessarily want to go there.
Yeah.
But it's not a good thing.
It's basically like when, what do you call it? Chaos and calamity come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
in
your stomach.
It's just milk, Earl.
You would think, but see, milk is a poison.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize it, but milk is a poison.
We didn't realize it till you told us. So
maybe we should put some of that out for the mouse.
That's why when babies drink too much milk, they'll puke that shit up.
What about putting up a glass of milk for that mouse?
He don't like milk.
He's lactose intolerant, and he knows it.
Yeah, he knows he's lactose intolerant.
You have to give him a cookie too.
Yeah. Why do they feed babies milk if it's a poison? Are they just trying to poison babies?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Make them resilient.
That way only the fittest survive.
I start to say it's the fittest that make it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to go about it, I don't think. Thinning the herd.
There you go.
Yep.
Thinning the gene pool.
Yep. Yeah, because God Almighty, we don't need no more soft ass babies.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like you can get used to it when you're a baby, and then your resiliency to milk goes down gradually as you get older. Like now,
I think that's what it is. They start if milk's poisonous to them, they start off saying, "We're gonna make this a strong baby right here."
Yeah.
Feed him
Let's
all the
build
stuff
up
that's
his
bad for him.
tolerance.
Yeah.
By the time he's 7, he'll be drinking kerosene probably.
That's right. Your
So
immune system builds up. Your
Yeah.
tolerance builds up. You're right. By the time you're 12 years old, you drink anything you want.
Maybe we should just start sneezing on babies, or like coughing at them.
To expose their immune system to,
I ain't that much
pathogens.
on being around babies now. Yeah. I mean, I won't run from a baby, but I don't want to be around it. I
No.
mean, I don't want to be holding it and stuff, you know. And
I'm assuming that's a message to each of y'all. I don't know.
Oh, I
I
got
don't know.
11.
He's going to be very disappointed. He's not going to be able to hold my baby, and he's going to be like, "Why ain't you letting me hold him?" Like, look,
We're going over to Mom and Daddy's. No, we got a
couple
baby.
years
yeah,
back.
no, we got a baby.
He said some things, and I know you don't want to hold him, so I can't let you. I can't, unless
Well, I'm
it's
gonna tell you
genuine, I
something.
can't
See,
let you.
the thing is, you know, like when y'all was babies, I mean, Mom held y'all 93% of the time. That other 7%.
Y'all's running around the floor.
Yeah.
I started seeing you on the floor in that little walker thing, you know. And that 1% when I had to carry you out to the car, you know, I put your slap in that baby seat, and that was about it.
Roll us out there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Even now, I mean, I don't want to get involved in no baby right now because first of all, you smell like a baby.
Ugh.
You know how a baby smells. Baby and old people smell kind of like.
Yeah, that's
You know.
it's that milk thing. You
Is
see,
that what it is?
old
the
people
milk.
drink milk, babies drink milk. It don't go through their system quite right, and it causes odors.
The milk, baby powder, and wipes are what combine to create the aroma of babies and old people.
Babies love the zoo, or like children love the zoo.
Yeah.
But I think the zoo is some grade A bullshit.
Do you think it's some bullshit because of some type of animal rights thing or just another thing?
No, I don't give a damn about animal rights. I don't think animals should have rights, honestly.
Well, I was going to stop you from telling me if it was, about an animal rights thing.
no.
I was like, nah.
When they start talking and saying, "Hey, stop eating me,"
they got a good life.
then we'll then we'll talk.
Yeah.
But no, it's not about that. I think the zoos are bullshit because why? Okay, I got you. For children, they're fine. You need something to do with a child for 4 hours. It costs you $8. Take them to the zoo. Let them look at shit.
Yep. They can learn something maybe.
Yeah, teach them about hippopotamuses or whatever. But as an adult, I'm not going to the zoo. And I don't think adults should be going to the zoo unless you shouldn't be allowed to go to the zoo unless you have a kid with you. Ideally yours or like one of his friends.
Maybe there's some exceptions for like
Adopted.
Yeah.
yeah,
Stuff like that, yeah.
yeah, or just like
Underdeveloped.
yeah. No, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking like maybe like scientists. Like scientists can go to the zoo.
if you want to like
Well,
study
yeah, they're the
animals.
ones that work there too.
That's
They
true,
work
yeah.
there already, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to study animals.
Why would you
whatever.
want to study animals?
Zoologist. Just
These people that study animals, I mean, what do they do? Do they walk? Do they follow around them animals all day? I'm like a giraffe.
yeah.
If I'm a giraffe. I study giraffes. Well, what do you? I mean, they walk around and they eat stuff that's way up there. So
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah.
You
Watch
follow them around and what?
Yeah.
Write it down. He ate, I don't know, 8 leaves off this eucalyptus tree or something.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
it seems to be liking the eucalyptus.
yeah. I mean,
Maybe
so
we should make him a tea.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think you
He-
just do experiments
he-
like that. See if giraffes like tea. I think that's
That's what
is that the difference between like a zoologist would do some type of experiment like that, and then a zookeeper is just the one that cleans up the giraffe.
Yep. And the pay scale.
Yeah,
Probably
Yeah, the
different.
pay scale is probably way different. It's like a housekeeper versus like a homeowner.
Yeah.
Well, you said that now
Or a
at the
vet.
Greenville Zoo, they building a thing that, so when you can go up this thing,
Platform.
go up there, and that giraffe, he'll stick his head right there to you and
Yeah.
eat them.
I
So
think-
you look at him eye to eye with that giraffe way
Yeah.
up there while he's eating.
No, yeah, they already do. They have it. Yeah,
They already got
think
it.
that
yeah, I've seen it.
They do that
Fed one.
because they want to entice people to do those kind of weird experiments. Like, hey, grab this, head of broccoli, roll on up to the platform and hold it real still and see if you can fool him, think you a tree, and see if he'll eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, they give you a whole piece of lettuce
Yeah.
to feed them. It's
Take
I
this
don't know, man,
giant
it's-
tobacco leaf that's we're going to try to fool him. It's lettuce.
Yeah,
Well,
feed it to
listen,
this
here,
giant
I guess
horse.
this boils down to two
Long neck.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all might have had the same thing when y'all was in school. When me and Earl was in school, toward the end of our senior year, they had what they called I don't know what you want to be when you grow up there, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, and
Career day.
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
they have firemen coming in.
Yeah.
Some kid want to be fireman. Some kid want to be a lawyer. Some kid, all kind of stuff in here. You know, and me and Earl, I remember. Well, Earl was ahead of me in the line, and they said, well, "What you want to be?" And Earl said, "A porn star." Well, they didn't have nothing for that, so they made Earl go to the back of the line. And they asked me what I want to. I want to be that guy that threw chickens at airplane windshields.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they tested airplane windshields. I want to be that guy that threw chickens at it.
Okay.
You know, they didn't have nothing like that either. I said, well, I don't know what kind of career day this is right here, but
Yeah,
it ain't doing too good for me and Earl. You know.
Yeah, we ended up pimping. You know,
And I'm sure behind me there was some little foreign girl
I don't remember any fun.
behind me, and she told me, she said, "Well, I want to be a giraffe feeder." You want to be a what? A giraffe feeder?
Oh, you mean zoologist?
Get over there in that line right there.
Yeah.
Walk up them steps.
Yeah. And
Be
be
a
real
vet.
still.
Yeah.
Practice climbing stairs.
Yeah. Right. The zoos are bullshit because you have to pay to go look at animals and you pay to go look at them and you pay to go walk around. I can look at animals for free on the internet. I don't need to go look at them in person.
Well, I think it's about the experience,
Well,
mainly about smelling them.
oh,
Is that where the rat stink comes in?
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, dude. I think that nobody will admit it. I'll be the only one that will admit it. Maybe in the world, but there's something about when you go to a zoo, knowing you're at a zoo because you can smell all of the animals.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it not worth it.
That's the draw.
Not worth it. Not the draw necessarily, but that's like, I don't know. It just makes you feel good. It's
Like
like
when you
apple
go to a
pie.
rodeo.
Yeah, it's like apple pie or like fireworks on 4th of July.
Yeah, because when
You
you,
know,
go to
you
the
smell
rodeo,
that-
you know what you're going to smell.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cows, horses, shit, dip spit, Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's basically what you're gonna smell.
And old wood. When
and
you go
corn
in
dog.
there.
Yeah.
Corn dog.
Corn dog.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Don't
yeah,
forget corn
dogs.
dogs.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
but I'm saying that zoos are bullshit. Now petting zoos, that's where it's at. If you can go pet them,
Well, you see, you know, that don't work good around like the lion cage and the bear
Yeah.
cage and the tiger. It's kind of hard to have a petting zoo when you
I
got them.
think we start a petting zoo. We here's what we do: we take over a real zoo, and we turn it into a petting zoo. And like you said, it's not going to be good with the lions and the tigers
Well,
and the
it'll
bears.
fan out the gene pool again.
There we go. But we also load them up with a bunch of Benadryl, so they're just real sleepy all the time.
The people or the animals?
We'll start with animals.
Oh, okay.
Some would call it sedated.
Yeah.
You know, just a bit.
And then
I
we,
sedated in the hospital, they said.
Yeah, sedated.
we sedated a cat with a damn pepperoni filled with Benadryl one time. And that did not go well. We didn't know what we were doing, you know.
Well, imagine
Which is
that.
surprising, I'm sure.
Being the future zoologist that you are.
And they didn't have no cat stank. So
No.
Yeah, no.
We had to get, what we had to do was move this cat from one location to,
you had to rehome a cat, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, we had to rehome a cat. And
We
we
had
didn't
to-
charge a fee either.
No, we had to rehome a cat who was very unwilling to be rehomed.
He
So
was
we
not
thought,
happy about the eviction.
we thought, let's do it this way. Let's sedate it, you know, and then without researching it, we just started brainstorming, you know, which was dangerous. And can you drive an electric vehicle in a thunderstorm? Or should you not?
Yeah.
But should you?
Oh, now that I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
into that electric vehicle junk.
See, that's what I was wondering. But we thought that we would sedate this cat and then try to convince it to get in the.
Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk him into it.
It was
Yeah.
We started
a
with.
small dog kennel. That's what
Yeah.
it was. It was
We started. What did we start with? It did not work well.
a broom. Started with a broom.
Cats don't like brooms at all. I can tell you that.
No, that was not. That didn't work.
The first
Then we
method
tried
of
peanut butter on a cracker, I think.
that, yeah.
The cat said, "I'm not a mouse." You know.
The first method was basically just sedate it violently, like try to knock it out, but don't kill it. You know. So we thought, well, a broom is
If
stiff
nothing
enough
else,
to whack
either
it.
we won't have to rehome him
Yeah.
because he's already dead.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go that option, so I kept hitting him with the straw side of the broom.
Yeah.
And it
Just
just
pissed
made
him
him
off,
mad.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And
now he's mad, and then we try. I don't even know what the hell we were thinking. We tried to give him peanut butter on a cracker. Were we just trying to feed it? We didn't even put nothing on it.
Well, we tried to sit it in the kennel is
To
what
get
we
it
did,
to roll-
get it
yeah.
to roll
Lured
up in
him
there.
in.
There
And
we
then
go.
I thought about it, and I had 2 Chinese finger traps. Thought about that as an option. Knew that wouldn't work.
Well, you gonna put his tail in one end and the nose in the other one? Or what?
No, I was going to do his paws behind his back like a criminal, like the criminal he was. But I figured that wouldn't work, so we went with the cracker. And then we figured out he didn't like
Peanut butter.
Either crackers or peanut butter. One of the two he didn't like.
And that's the thing. I knew at the time. I don't know if I knew it at the time, but now I know that cats can't taste sweets. So you got to go salty. So peanut butter and a cracker you would think would work.
Yeah.
Wrong-o. They do not like peanut butter and crackers.
Well, then we got smart and we said, hey,
Maybe he likes pepperoni.
yeah. And so we got some.
Did he give you
pepperoni.
any inclination that he liked pepperoni?
We
Or-
waved the bag around a little bit, and he kind
He looked like more of a pizza cat,
of, yeah.
rather than like a PB&J cat.
So once we got the pepperoni, then we decided, okay, let's try this. Let's see if he'll eat this, but also let's see if we can now sedate him, less violently.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got some Benadryls and crushed them up real good and coated the pepperoni.
How many you get? About eight Benadryl.
Probably whatever we had left.
And whatever's left in the bottle.
Yeah. And then we kind of laid it near him, and he went over there, and he was like, and then we realized he did like pepperoni or Benadryl because he went over there and kind of licked it for a minute, and then he ate it, or she ate it.
Yeah, picked it up, ate it. It was.
And
We were like, oh, that's the ticket.
So now you got to
Yeah.
You got to follow the cat around for the next 45 minutes, waiting on him to pass out.
right.
Yep.
And in hindsight, we probably gave it too much Benadryl because the cat was, hell, it was this big, and we gave it 8 Benadryl. So, but
It didn't eat them all though. Some got lost in the
Shuffle.
transition of crushing it up,
yeah,
falling off the pepperoni. So it wasn't like a full 8, but it was a solid.
Y'all couldn't just
probably
like
5.
get in the car and open the door and say, "Come on," and he'd get in the car and go with you.
They don't respond like that.
They don't follow orders well.
Yeah.
Cats, they don't.
But
So
this
y'all
one-
trying to get him in a dog kennel.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to entice him into a dog kennel so you can carry him somewhere else.
yeah,
Yeah,
And he don't want to go.
That's all. That's all we're trying to do is just move him. We're trying to eradicate him. That would have been way easier.
yeah.
So
So y'all was doing the humane thing, and you were gonna get him in this cage,
Mm-hmm.
cage him up, put him in a car, make him go riding somewhere he don't know where he's going,
Yep.
and he gonna go bat stuff crazy because he don't know where he's going. And then you're gonna get there and just open the cage and let him run out into the wild.
That's kind of what we hope for.
of.
That's kind of exactly what we hope
peaceful
for.
release. Kind of like the.
But
tiger.
so far, I don't think you've done is give him a cracker with some peanut butter he didn't even like, and now you gave him some pepperoni with Benadryl crushed up on it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get him in the cage now?
Don't forget the slapping around with the straw broom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of set the tone for this whole episode.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
That was
So
step
it
one.
was- it
So
was-
now he's already agitated.
Yeah, he's not happy this
And,
entire time. But he does get a little less agitated once he eats the pepperoni.
He kind of licked it, and then he kind of started foaming at the mouth. And then we thought maybe they're allergic to Benadryl. Or
pepperoni.
yeah.
We didn't know.
But then
didn't
we
know at the
thought,
time.
well, it's Benadryl, so shouldn't it calm his allergies down? But we didn't know. We're not damn scientists. So anyway,
Not a zoologist.
he
Or
finally
zoologist.
starts, he finally gets drunk enough or whatever to get in the cage. And
So he gets in the cage.
he gets near it, and Josh kind of Wayne Gretzky's in the rest of the way in there with the broom.
I didn't hit him with the stick part of it the whole
No.
time.
You hit him
so
with
I
the
was
straw
trying to
part.
Be,
Yeah.
the humane side.
So we shut
it's
the
still
cage.
firm, but
And lock it, and then we put it in the back of the Tahoe at the time.
So you got the cat in the cage now, and he's still foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, but he's also getting tired. I think he's yawning. So
yeah,
So he's in the back of the Tahoe in the cage. Now you're
Yeah.
carrying him somewhere else.
yeah, now we're taking him away.
You're carrying him OFT.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm trying to get him out of there by any means necessary quickly because we know that. No,
Benadryl's gonna
he
wear
was,
off.
Well, yeah, he was not. He didn't even look like he was moving for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then I knew that as soon as you start thinking that, that's when he's going to wake up.
Oh yeah.
Sure enough, he did. He starts stirring awake, out of a...
Drunken stupor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was dead kind of for a second. But then, he stirs awake and...
Realized where he was.
Yeah, he was in the back of a moving car. He
In
did
a
not
cage.
like that.
Not happy.
He was not
In a
having it.
cage.
He started bouncing off the walls of this cage. I mean, like a damn pinball machine.
It was awesome, kind of.
Losing his mind.
It was like a game of Pong.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild, and then he could hang on the cage.
Oh, he was hanging from the top.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah.
If you had
But
hands
also-
around the cage, you would have got cut up. But
Well, that was the thing, is we weren't taking a long trip. It was probably 10 minutes away, And he starts stirring awake, and I'm driving down the road, and Josh says, "Hurry up, he's waking up."
you gotta get him there.
Like, what are you gonna do?
You gotta
I mean,
get him there.
Well, so
what do you mean? He wants you to go faster?
yeah. So that was the thing. So then we get to wherever we're letting it out at, and the cat is pissed off. He is not happy.
He don't like his new abode, huh?
No, and the thing is this cage didn't have no handles on it, so you had to grab it like by the cage. Yeah, which was not happening with this guy. He was going to saw your finger directly off with one of them little claws.
Yeah, he was what they call feral.
Yeah,
So he had talons. He used them for hunting,
yeah,
killing, eating, probably.
rats.
Yeah.
So then now we're at the point of release, or so we thought. But we can't just open the back of the Tahoe and then open the cage, because he's just going to stay in the Tahoe. It's warm, So we said, all right, we got to
So
get
you
the
got to
cage.
get the cage
Yeah.
out.
And so, when like, you ever see like those movies like about Egypt, like old ass Egypt?
Yeah.
Okay, where they have the Pharaoh and they're kind of walking him on the shit. That's basically what we had to do to get this cage out. Josh had one broom, I had another broom.
That
Went kind of
worked.
through there, lifted her out. May or may not have dropped it. And
More than once.
then we got the cage open, and he didn't want to leave. So now we're like, hey,
You poking him with the broom,
Get out
ain't
of
you?
Yeah, we had to hit. I had to hit him again with the straw end, but I wasn't hitting him. I was just hitting the cage. But
Yeah.
it caused enough chaos to where he, eventually made his way out.
he staggers
He was
out
not
and then
happy.
kind of glances back at us, and we're like, uh-oh. But then I think he threw up a paw, and he was like,
Yeah,
ran off.
yeah. He was
Never
not
to be
happy.
seen again.
Nope.
No, not by us at least.
So, but there's a mouse in here in the studio, so that's why we told that story, because we're hoping he'll hear it. and
We
be
need
like,
that cat
"Oh,
now,
shit."
don't we?
Yeah.
We need a cat. I don't know if we need that one, because that one, we called him Paul. His name was Paul, and Paul was not happy with us.
No, Paul probably, if he's alive, God willing, he probably still has a grudge, and
Probably.
probably
I'm
a
sure
pretty
he
hefty
remembers that.
bounty out on us.
Yeah.
You know.
We named him Paul after our neighbor at the time, who was also named Paul, who was an asshole, and the cat was also an asshole. So we thought,
It was fitting.
yeah,
Fitting name.
yeah. I mowed over a damn stop sign, and Paul got all pissed off.
That's
Don't understand that, do you? I mean,
I was
We
gonna
fixed
fix
it.
it. Yeah,
yeah, you know.
we fixed it damn good too. Oh, sorry. Also, I hit it with your trailer. So
it was your trailer. That's right, your trailer.
yeah,
That's only because Josh didn't have his $40 in your boat yet. So otherwise he'd hit it with your boat.
Yeah.
So
Also, didn't know how to drive a trailer yet.
still don't. So that's why I don't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hit it.
so next week, can you bring your trailer when you come?
That's the whole episode next week, trying to teach Kay how to drive a trailer. But yeah, I hit it, and I knew I had hit it. And my concern was, oh, damn, I think I messed up Earl's trailer. And then I don't even get back in the damn seat of the car after checking out the trailer. Here comes Paul whipping up on a golf cart. I see you broke that sign. I was like, yeah, I'm going to fix it. He said, hey, you got to get it fixed. I was like, I know. I said that already. I'll fix it. Yeah, you better get fixed. I'm like, you shut the fuck up here, Paul. You know what I'm saying? Let me alone, damn it. Is basically what I was getting.
And Paul was 91 then, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're treading on thin ice in more than one way.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, I ain't never beat up an old man, but that was close to the
close.
first time, yeah. But we fixed it. We got a whole new 4x4, put it in the damn, put the stop sign back on it, put it in the ground, and then we realized, oh shit, we ain't got no concrete.
You have it facing the right way? Or?
So we knew, and they knew Paul was watching. So we ain't got no concrete, so what we going to do? Act like we got concrete.
Oh, well, how are you guys going to do that? Well, let me tell you. You get a 5-gallon bucket, you get some dirt, you get a little bit of rocks, and then you get you some water, and you mix that up. And then you go in your garage, and you find the gray paint that's been in there since you painted the bathroom that one time.
24 years ago.
And you pour it in that dirt mix, and you know what it comes out looking like?
Concrete.
Amen, brother.
Quickcrete, like out of the bag. It is amazing. And it did. It looked like
he believed it too.
And it was awesome because we did the full, we brought a level out there.
Oh yeah.
We scraped it off, and of course it was dirt. So like if you really could see where we were scraping, you could see that it was just, this isn't concrete.
This is dirt.
Yeah.
Not concrete.
And so we did that, and to this day, and we put some other dirt, real dirt on top.
Yeah, to hide the old dirt.
Yeah, you don't want to see the concrete.
No,
That's tacky.
Right.
But
If
yeah,
a mosquito lands on that thing, it's tipping over. You know what I'm saying? That's how much concrete we used.
it made it till we were, gone. So that's all that mattered.
That's the last thing we did before we moved out of that house.
Yeah.
Fix the stop sign.
There's probably a neighborhood kid running, basically like we were, and they getting ready to do something fun. They're like, hey, we need to use this stop sign as a
Reached
base
up
for
and
tag.
slapped it, and it just fell over.
And it just fell right over. They are in trouble.
And Paul's already waiting on his damn golf cart. He got the key ready. He's like, I see you near that. I see you near. Oh, here we go.
History repeats itself. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys ever been to Rubby Tuesday?
Rubby?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Went to Ruby Tuesday when I was walking it.
When Earl's not wearing shoes, I bet you cannot hear him at all.
You mean when he got flip-flops on? His formal wear?
No. When he has no shoes on his feet, he doesn't make a sound.
Nope.
Like that mouse up there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that.
But I'll eat the hell out of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like peanut butter?
Oh, hell yeah.
You without shoes and a mouse could have a damn hell of a hide and seek match.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could hide in a lot of places. You fit.
Oh yeah. I have hit a lot of places.
Do you think we could get a? I was thinking about this the other day, and that new business we could do. I know we got a lot of shit, irons in the fire.
Oh, in the back burner.
But I was thinking we could get like a one of those double-decker buses. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Cut the top off, make it a convertible.
Well, the top's already cut off of a double-decker bus.
Yeah. But I'm saying one. Yeah. Let's get one of those instead of actually sawing the top off.
Would save a lot of money just getting one that's already made like that.
Yep. And we could start.
Which they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
We could start like a tour of homes like they do out in Los Angeles, where you ride by a celebrity's house and they're like, "Oh, Brad Pitt lives right there," and that magician guy who makes his women disappear lives over there, or he did.
He's not a celebrity. He's a criminal.
Yeah. David Coppenfields, was that his name?
Copperfield.
Yeah. Well, that's more like his name. I was thinking about what he's doing to those women he makes disappear. But but we do it around here. Or maybe not like in Oconee County, but like Greenville.
Yeah, that'd be a short trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
So say once you go by Earl's house, where else you going?
Well, I was thinking we could start it here and then like.
Start it where?
In Oconee County.
Oh.
And like ride, get people, pick them up at a certain location, designated spot. Probably wherever the cat bus dumps off.
There ain't nobody on the cat bus.
Yeah. But that would be the pickup spot, and then we'd go, we'd ride by Earl's house. Hey, that's where Earl lives. And then we'd ride by one of the thrift houses and be like, hey, that's where the guy who invented the grocery store lives. And just make shit up, because they ain't gonna know. They ain't
Most people don't know. They ain't got a clue.
They ain't gonna be able to fact check it neither. They're gonna be like, well, what's his name? I'm like, can't tell you this. Right.
Silas.
And then we hop on 85.
In this double-decker bus.
Yeah, with the top off. And we hop on 85 and we go to Greenville. And then we tell them, hey, this is where not Colonel Sanders. Who's the mayor? The governor of South Carolina?
McMaster.
Yeah. He's been here before.
Yeah, this is where he grew up.
Yeah.
for a couple years in his childhood.
Yeah. We just find a house on the Mill Hill and they won't believe it. They'll be like, oh, no way.
Yeah.
You know?
Humble beginnings, really.
Yeah. And then we could tell them that's also where Colonel Sanders grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Because they sound exactly alike.
Yep.
If you put
And what's that other guy's name?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yosemite Sam, is that his name?
No, that's Foghorn
You
Leghorn.
put
Yeah,
Foghorn
that's right.
Leghorn, Colonel Sanders, and Henry McMaster in a room, you got a damn TV show.
You got a show on.
Plus, when you get them all in a room, you want that little girl that was on Spanking Our Gang. That little black girl that's got them big eyes.
Yeah.
Every time they talk, I want her to do that.
What was that?
Huh?
Little Rascals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Our Spanking Our Gang, Little Rascals.
Was that like the pre-Little Rascals? Or was that the...
I think
That
that
was
was
one of the
after.
Small Rascals. Huh?
Oh.
Spanky and Our Gang was after the Little Rascals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was an offshoot.
Yeah.
Sequel, per
Yeah,
se.
yeah.
Mhm.
Probably not as good.
And you know what the dog's name was? Had a circle around his eye.
Spot.
Huh?
Spot, wasn't
Petey.
it? Petey, yeah.
Eye
Mm.
patch.
Yeah. I saw a guy in Walmart yesterday with an eye patch on and called the cops.
Thought it was a pirate.
Yeah, there's a
I
pirate.
know. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what he was doing, but he had an eye patch. I knew he wasn't doing no good for nobody. I did. I went up to the front. I said, hey, y'all need to call the cops. And they were like,
What's wrong?
What? Why? I said, hit the thing where you page through the store, and then instead of doing that, dial 911.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's wrong? I was like, hey, there's a feller back there near the detergent, got an eye patch. And they were like, was he doing something wrong? I said, not yet.
Probably.
Well, yeah, he's looking.
I didn't see him
Halfway.
doing nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
actually.
I didn't see him doing nothing wrong yet, but he has an eye patch, so solid chance he's up to no good, or was, and now that's the remnants of it.
Yeah, he done been caught once.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
We just tried to save his other eye for him.
yeah. But yeah, and he looked disheveled.
Like what?
He was not.
Why you looking?
I'm saying.
Why you looking,
well,
Josh?
You don't
He
look
looked
You
disheveled.
look
I mean,
put together.
Yeah, I'm
But he
pretty
had that
disheveled.
similar coat. Is why I
no,
looked
dude,
at
these
him.
are good coats. These are field jackets, and
Yeah.
dude, there's nothing better for laying in field.
Check the pockets. I bet there's an eye patch in one.
I got a spare one. Yeah.
But this guy looked like he had been either had been laying in a field for a few months or found it in a field,
Yeah,
which is why they're
That's-
called field jackets.
that's why they're called field jackets, because they are made for laying in fields.
Okay. How many field jackets you got, Earl?
I don't have any. I don't lay in the field.
Well, this guy looked like he had done some field laying before.
Mhm. He probably did. He was probably. I mean, there's probably a correlation between like having an eye patch and your chances of being homeless
Oh,
go up significantly
Yes.
once you have an
So
eye
let me
patch.
get this right. You doing all this judging of this poor old fella because he got an eye patch,
mm-hmm.
right? Did he have a hook for a hand or anything like that? Or
Could have. He had one hand in a pocket, which
well,
also led me to believe he's probably got something going on.
he had a gun.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe you did the right thing. Tell him to call the police. I mean,
I saw him and I was like, nope. He didn't look like he was doing any good for anybody, and that's what I told him. And then they
and
asked me.
especially if he's on the detergent aisle, you know something was up with that.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
shouldn't have been there. in the
no,
first
that's the wrong place for him to be.
Oh,
you
he's
know.
gonna try to huff it or drink it.
Try to eat the Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Remember that when that was a thing?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, Earl?
Mhm.
I think we mentioned that before.
See, that's the
It was
difference
natural
between
selection.
y'all growing up, me and her growing up. Somehow we knew, back when we was growing up, I wouldn't drink bleach. I mean, you could
No.
get hurt that way. And
Well, it's not
laundry
easy.
detergent, I ain't gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Somehow I just knew not to eat that.
Nothing ever drew me in and said, you need to go in the laundry room and get that damn big old orange box of Tide and get you a mouthful of it. It just never.
Get you a cup of bleach.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I mean,
That's the next step, though. If the babies make it past the milk, but they're still not doing well, show them one of them candy-looking Tide Pods and see how they do.
yeah, or give them, put you some suds in the bucket and give them a bucket of mashed potatoes, or tell them that's what it is.
Yeah. See how they handle it.
Yeah.
Did you either one of y'all play baseball?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you enjoy baseball?
There's only two things that kept me from being a professional ball player:
What's that?
left-handed pitchers and right-handed pitchers.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
Otherwise, you're on your way. wouldn't you?
If it wasn't for that, I'd have been.
How long did you play baseball for?
Oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, I guess.
Okay. You didn't play baseball.
Not no organized. No, we had a field across when we lived in Walhalla.
You have jackets?
We had a field, and it was full of them jackets. We had to clean them up because couldn't trip it
Those
over.
were the bases.
Yeah.
I found out that there's a strong correlation between people who were baseball players who took it real serious, not like made it to the major leagues, but like high school baseball players or like college baseball players, and that went on to become police officers. Like that baseball didn't work out, so they had to do something else. All they did was, dip and practice, throwing a baseball in school, so didn't really have a lot of options. So they said, we'll go to the police academy and become a cop. There's a very strong correlation, and I made a chart, I drew it. And
It was a line.
yeah, it wasn't based off a lot of facts. It was more me thinking, and I was like, baseball player, because you don't have this, but baseball players, a lot of them are assholes.
No, that's me.
I thought you'd go say he was Amber.
I could use either hand.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they have like an arrogance to them that like, I was a baseball player. I played baseball. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a damn what you did. Mm-hmm. But they have that, but then when they go on to become police officers, and just some of them, not all of them. I'm not making like a blanket statement here, but they were baseball players and they had that little baseball player arrogance, and then they become a cop. If you add the third variable to that they drive a Jeep Wrangler, I've basically figured out that there is a 96.6% chance that person is going to use excessive force soon on a criminal. Mm-hmm. Because they have all the characteristics of...
They're usually good with a bat. They can hit stuff.
Good with a bat. They're angry because their baseball dreams didn't work out. They have a Jeep Wrangler, so they already paid too much, and now they realize this is a piece of shit. And they want you to know I was a baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
So
those guys normally aren't good with conflict resolution either. So it's de-escalation is probably not their strong suit. More like escalation.
Yeah, it's like let's get this over with now.
Yeah. I should have brought my chart.
Yeah, I want to see that chart.
I wish you'd brought that chart. I'd like to see that.
But some people aren't going to believe me. But if you sit there and think about it long enough, like I took like a half a day off one day just thinking about that.
Well, correlation doesn't equal causation.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa.
It doesn't. It does not.
Wow.
But
how about me writing that down so I don't forget that?
Let's record that.
Yeah.
think you're onto something.
Just saying.
Not a scientist.
Not all of them.
Statistician.
Or a zoologist.
Not that either.
None of that.
None of that, but I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude, a lot of them are like that. That have those characteristics. I love police officers. I think they do good work, most of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of the ones that play baseball and drive Jeep Wranglers, they're the ones giving you a ticket for not using your blinkers.
Yeah. It was like a 50-50 chance on, people who drink Monster energy drinks.
Oh.
And you thought about this and did a chart.
Yeah, I took a day off from work, like half a day off from work just to think about it. And then
I've been thinking about, if a turtle, is he a mobile home? Does he live in a mobile home?
Mm-hmm.
Because he can go anywhere he wants to. Tuck his head in there.
The original RVer.
Yeah.
Wander off. He's got it made.
Curl
he can
up,
live wherever
sleep.
he wants to.
Yeah.
Down by the river, in the river,
Just stop and
ocean,
set up house.
stop sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got it made.
Me and Kay saw a guy at stop sign at Highway 11 one time. Reach down and pick up a hat, dust it off, put it on his head.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on going.
Didn't have shoes on at all. Walking down the
But
highway.
he had a hat.
Well,
Now
new
he
hat,
does.
too.
Yeah.
Well, he had an old hat, too, but he threw it down where the new hat was at.
Yeah. I think
He wasn't going to have two hats.
No, you can't have two hats.
He wanted the new hat.
I think he rolled up with a Kurt Busch hat and saw a Dale Earnhardt hat that someone had blown out of a truck.
Yeah, looky
And
here,
he said,
looky here.
He upgraded.
He has hit the jackpot.
Moving on up.
Yeah. And then he put his eye patch on.
Got his baseball bat out and
Yeah.
went on about his business.
Wandered into
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah. And beat the shit out of the Tide Pods or whatever he did with it.
He caused chaos, or what? He brought crisis with him.
And calamity.
No,
That was his thing. He was like,
Somebody
he was
asked me
already
the other
thinking
day, what season are we in? Season 3 or season 4 or 5 or 10 or what?
the fourth turning.
The 4th turning?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Keep going with what you were saying.
Well, that's all I was saying. What season are we
I think
in?
it's 4, ain't it?
Oh, no. For the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still in season 3.
Oh, it's
We're,
still in
we're
3?
winding down season 3.
Well, they asked me
I thought you
how
were talking
often
about
we
winter,
do it,
like
and I
we're in
said,
winter.
well, if we do it,
Just
if we
wintertime.
do it every week, but we don't. We do it every other week.
Yeah.
They said, well, you're on episode 86 of season 3. I said, so? So, well, if you do it every other week, they ain't but 56 weeks in a year. So how you doing 87 podcasts in a year? And I said, well, it's by that high-speed counter we got.
Yeah.
It counts how many people don't listen to us.
You don't listen to it. And divide
So-
by 4.
Tell
So
them to
I-
maybe get a new calendar because they said 56 weeks in a year. That's not how many there are.
Well,
They're confused.
Sounds like you
anyway.
was talking to a baseball playing policeman.
Yeah, it sounds like they need to
in
stop
Walmart
asking
with a
questions.
high patch on.
Yeah, don't question us, basically.
Yeah, dude. If we want to add more weeks than there are in a year, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And
It's our podcast.
yeah,
We
can
count how we
name-
want
We
to.
can name them whatever.
Well, really, it only goes like this.
A little bit of chaos.
Just because we get to 52 episodes in a season doesn't mean that's the end of the season. I say when the end of the season is.
Yeah.
Because when I remember, I'll be like, oh, new season.
New season.
Yes, sorry, bonus episode.
Yes.
You know.
Oh,
So yeah.
I got to get home and get my damn weather balloon fixed up. Just launch it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's.
Now you got one of them what are they called? HLBs, HLAs, high HABs, high altitude balloon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All my stuff's high altitude.
Yeah, you gotta. If you got a low flying balloon, what are you even doing?
You're at a birthday party. You're going to do some serious ballooning, you got to go high altitude.
How big was the Chinese balloon in relation to a what are them things you get in and ride around?
Hot air balloon.
Yeah. How big was it in relation to that? Do you know?
It sounds like it was bigger. I mean, this
Yeah, that's
thing
what it
like-
sound
didn't
like.
they say like 200 feet?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a big
man.
rascal, they say.
It was supposedly pretty big from what I understand. I mean, it's hard.
Probably about 2 times the hot air
Yeah.
balloon.
I mean, all they show you, all you can see is the balloon. You got
Yeah.
really nothing to reference it off of. So I don't.
I wonder why they didn't use their satellites in space.
What
To do what?
The image gets obscured slightly due to the atmosphere.
I got
So if you get below the atmosphere boundary,
you can see.
supposedly could get a little better resolution. That's my understanding of listening to what I've listened to some of it, but not.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, why didn't we be proactive? Why didn't we shoot down that balloon? And then everybody be over at our house wanting to talk to us on the radio and TV.
Well, we didn't know it was there until it was too late.
Yeah, I never saw it.
At one point, yeah, we could have loaded up the RV. Oh, no, never mind. No, couldn't do that.
No.
trailer.
We could have gotten a truck
Yeah.
and drove to Montana.
Mm-hmm.
But then, they say, well, this thing.
Well, hold up. Why are you going to? I thought they shut it down off the South Carolina coast.
Yeah, but
somewhere.
it started way up in Montana.
Well, what? Were you going to ride up there and catch it? Wait till it gets down here.
Well,
We'll just stay
that's my
here.
whole point. That's my whole
didn't know.
point. Once you think about loading up going to Montana, you go, wait a minute. It's coming toward me. I can just sit right here and wait on it. And that's what we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you shoot it down quicker?
Well, I had to wait for it to clear the coast.
Yeah. Couldn't cause
See,
no havoc.
It
somebody's
could have
house.
landed on our favorite spot down there at Myrtle Beach. You see.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question about that. With your high-speed rifle, if you shot that balloon, would it blow up? Would it come down or?
No, but now that's a question I've asked is why didn't they? You'd think as many scientists as we got in this world, they could have said, hey, if you put 6 4-inch holes in this balloon,
Yeah.
it's going to descend at some particular rate,
Yeah.
and it'll come down
Yeah.
and it'll hit. my thought exactly. Why not just shoot a couple of holes in the balloon and let it come down and just kind of crash all in one spot?
Yeah, just watch it.
we can-
You don't
Instead
gotta
of
look for
blowing it
just
up
watch
and
where it
having to
lands.
search 28 square miles
Yeah.
for.
Shrapnel.
I don't. They won't put me in charge because I got.
I'm like you. Just shoot it. Let it come down real slow, and just watch where it goes. And when it lands, go to where it landed and get it.
I agree. You
mean-
preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I don't know the logic behind what went into, hey, let's shoot the actual satellite and then the shrapnel from it will blow up the balloon. Maybe we just shoot the balloon.
We should have got a
You
big
would
net
think,
gun and
you
just
would
netted
think,
it,
but
towed it back home.
see, we got some people in charge what may not be thinking clearly.
Yeah. How close you got to get to the? If you get close enough to the, how close can you get to the ozone before you get sucked off into space?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know that you get sucked off into space. I think you probably bounce back
oh,
because it takes all that energy with a rocket to burst through it and get to outer
I
space.
agree.
Is that what it's like a roof?
I agree, Earl.
Like
I feel
a
like you
ceiling?
bounce
I
back,
guess I ain't never been.
So once you go
there.
up so high, you hit that ceiling and bounce back down.
That's the way I understand.
Otherwise,
it.
How you
known
get
as the
through,
firmament.
Earl?
You
How
got to
get
have
through
one of them
that?
rockets
can't.
with enough force to get you through.
You can't.
It takes one of them big Saturn V rockets to get your scrawny ass through that hole. I'm telling you.
Well, let me ask you a
That's
question
what they
about this
say.
ozone. Now, ozone, what is it? What is the ozone, Earl? Is it just air or what?
It's right before the P zone.
It's made up mostly of air, right?
Yeah, and particles.
So
Till you reach
you
the
walk
waters
around
above.
right here in air. What's the difference when you trying to get through the ozone, getting through that air? What's the difference in the air, Earl?
I don't know. I ain't a scientist.
oh. How many Roman candles you think it would take to get through? Could you do it with Roman candles?
Probably about 80,000.
Kind of like a Tesla battery,
Well, wasn't that like the backup plan for the Chinese balloon? Like if the balloon popped, didn't they have a bunch of Roman candles hooked up to it to shoot it back to China or some shit?
They had enough fireworks.
Yeah.
They could supply it easily.
They're the only people who make fireworks, aren't they?
No. I was in the Navy with a girl who worked at a firework factory in Indiana. I ain't lying.
Whoa!
I ain't lying. Before she came in
Wait
the
just a
Navy,
second. Well,
she
you can't
worked
go
at a
on.
firework
you
factory.
You can't just blow this all, Earl. Let me get this right. Kay says, the Chinese only want to make
And I answered his question.
fireworks.
Yeah.
And Earl said, no. I was with a girl in the Navy that made fireworks.
She did.
So
That's
yeah,
where she worked.
so it's the Chinese and this girl Earl knows in the Navy. Only one that made fireworks.
That's right.
Those are the only two.
Where
What's the chance of you knowing her?
Well, I get around.
where did you say she made fireworks at?
I think she's from Indiana.
Are the Amish making fireworks? Is that what
I
it is?
thought she wasn't Amish. I don't think.
Oh. Amish people don't like fireworks.
I'm pretty sure she's from Indiana, and she worked at a fireworks place.
Did she sell them or make them?
Made them.
Jesus.
Do the Amish have guns?
Yeah.
I feel like they
You ever
should.
seen the show Amish Mafia?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got guns.
Yeah. See, that's what I would think too. But then, I think the Amish go about it well because they probably have like a ton of guns, but you would never know.
Oh
You
yeah.
would never know.
Well, they make them.
Out of wood.
Rubber bands.
Sell them at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, basically the shit you get at Cracker Barrel, that's what the Amish are coming to war with. So, they got that one. They got that one gun that's got the string that comes out like the straw, and it goes.
It's the pop gun.
Yeah.
They make the pop.
They got a
guns,
bunch of
too.
those.
At what date did the Amish stop?
I think it was 1888.
1888.
I think that's what it was, but I think they're gonna have to move it because some of the Amish, like the kids who I was gonna say normal kids, but like the kids that go to school and like try drugs real early, like in middle school.
In Amish?
No,
Oh.
regular kids.
Oh.
Those kids are like pushing the envelope and telling the good kids, "Hey, you need to try these drugs." And they're like, "Well, you're doing that too early." But and Amish people are like that. They got some bad Ams who are like, "Hey, Daniel over there in town has a cell phone." And they're like, oh,
And you can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
What? You can talk to anybody on that phone.
And they're like, nay, don't bring it. And then
Don't
he
do
goes
it,
back
man.
and he sneaks one in, and now they're like, well, this is pretty neat. We could use some of these.
Yeah,
So now we gotta move the
handy
date.
little device you got here.
Yeah. I think they
I
gotta
agree.
move
They
it.
need to, whatever their date was, 1888 or whatever. They need to,
Yeah.
add 50 years and say, all right, we'll accept technology from
Yeah.
up to this point.
As long as they stay about 100 years behind us, we don't have to worry about them taking over.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very organized.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm glad the Amish. That's like, if you think about it, like if if we ever went to war, or the homeland was invaded, like, I'm glad the Amish are on our side. No, you never really think about it, but if you do, just think about the Amish. I feel like they're probably pretty good at defending things.
And they probably have better survival skills.
Yeah.
not,
They're already
not
living off the
dependent
grid,
on
essentially.
technology to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So societal collapse for them would just be like another
Yeah,
Tuesday.
be like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you guys get on board.
No, see, that's what I'm afraid of.
Making
I
the
think-
butter.
I think they're going to shun us.
Oh, they probably
if
would.
we had to run to the arms to say, hey, we need help, we don't know what we're doing, shit went south, they'd be like, oh, no, you can't come here.
Nay, nay,
I
nay.
have no room for you.
You're going to hell. Yeah, we know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Help us build this barn and we'll talk about it.
yeah. We're very busy. That's like, we need help. They're like, we're very busy today. We got 4 barns to build.
We can
Sorry.
see you tomorrow, though.
Yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow.
Bring bread.
I like the accent.
Sorry, you can't come in today. We're still
Bring
busy.
bread and a cell phone.
Yeah,
No, they,
Barn number 2's delayed. Be
Yeah.
another day.
can't help you. I mean, I feel like that's how it's going to go. Like, I would like to think that they are friendly, and they would accept us and help us if we needed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be a tough sell. We're going to have to come with some hot shit that they have never seen.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
here's a pizza.
That would
Yeah.
be
Taste
great.
this.
Or maybe like a Philly steak sandwich,
Oh,
or
bro.
maybe some tacos. Maybe some.
Oh my God!
Maybe
If
some-
we
You've
brought,
blown their mind now.
if we brought 17, like if we went to a plantation, where do Amish people live? Like a resort for the Amish. What are they called?
communities, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Homestead.
Homesteads. Yeah.
If we went to an Amish community homestead with a damn truckload of Little Caesars pizzas, Taco Bell party packs, and Mountain Dew in a can,
they'd
we-
welcome you right in with them.
Oh,
you
they
would be
might-
president of the
that's what I was
Amish.
going to say. They might give us a damn crown or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could at least be a part of their, governing body, whatever that is, their
Barn
parliament.
building.
Until they ate all that shit and they're like, go get more.
That's hurting our stomachs.
Teach us how to get all that.
This
They're
isn't.
the opposite.
This isn't real milk, is it?
We're used
Yeah.
to milk.
Skim
Yeah.
milk. You got skim milk in this.
Yeah, like, we're lactose intolerant. We're like, you full of shit, Daniel. Y'all drink milk all damn day.
That's
Milk, butter, cheese. That's all y'all do.
We make it. That
How
would be
did
their answer.
how did the Amish get to be so good at woodworking? And if you a Amish little boy and you ain't good at woodworking, what would they do with you?
Cut your fingers off.
They must. They do something.
Yeah.
Cause if you are Amish, I guarantee you can do some
They
woodworking.
declaw you is
I
what they
mean,
call it.
Yeah.
They
Declaw
declaw
'em?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take your fingers.
If you
What
can't-
they make them walk the horses or something.
No, I think they just make them. What is that thing you have to do to like rugs to clean them? Beat them. You have
Yeah.
to beat them with like a broom. They just use their little nub hands to beat all the rugs. So that's their job for the rest of their life.
if they make it. The bigger problem is the Amish people won't fill out the census. So like when the census man comes around,
Yeah.
They're like, man, no.
Well, no, you can't get
Nay,
a count
nay.
on them. They don't want you to know how many there are.
That's the thing. And they do that because if you make it to 4 years old and you can't whittle out a damn whistle out of some wood, or
Flute,
yeah, you
recorder.
can't make a wind instrument. If you can't make a wind instrument out of a piece of wood by the time you're 4 years old, then they give you one more year, and then they're like,
That's your test year.
you make a shovel.
Well, that's your apprentice year. You get one shot. Like,
So you got to do the woodwork for the handle on the shovel, and you got to do the iron work for the face of it. And if you screw it up, because there's no tally of how many arms there are,
You just show up missing.
Yes,
they
disappear.
either take your digits or you show up missing.
That's why they make you build a shovel in the last year. Like,
You're going to need it.
this is bullshit. And they're like, dig a hole.
You either sell it or use it.
Yeah. And get in it.
Dig your own hole.
Oh, my